I'm Katrina. I'm in the fashion industry. I've been in that industry for nearly 40 years now, designing and manufacturing for some of the main high street brands. And I'm going to answer the three questions that Dr. Bowler put to me. And the first one is name two things that I did when I first came up with the idea of creating the Fashion Desk UK manufacturing service. So firstly, I had to establish a need for such a service. As you know, necessity is the mother of invention. And would brands and retailers want to bring their production back to the UK for the first time in many years, having produced in so many far and distant lands, China, Sri Lanka, Cambodia, India. And secondly, I had to make sure that I could deliver on my promises of UK manufacturing being more desirable, easier, quicker, more accessible and more sustainably sourced by massively cutting waste and, of course, the carbon footprint, which is extremely important to the consumer now. Quality control is also a big factor. If the factory that's producing your garments is on the doorstep, you can check out and make sure that everything is happening exactly as you wish it to. So was I sure I could succeed? Yes, I'm sure that there is a very, very real desire to bring back manufacturing to the UK. So if brands and retailers could see a very distinct possibility that they could rely on my services to achieve producing in the UK, then yes, that's why I believe that I would succeed. The UK has a great history in manufacturing beautiful garments going back hundreds of years. And I think it is a desire for garments to be more sustainably sourced. And I think the original drive for retailers to go abroad to produce cheap garments was now coming into question. Consumers were beginning to make their suppliers of their garments responsible for what they were putting on offer. And I think, you know, the disadvantages of producing abroad to get price is that you have to produce a massive amount of garments for them to be able to give you the price that you're going for, such as the big supermarkets that want to produce 100,000 t-shirts. They are going to want to pay pennies. And this does happen. And I think the consumer is now getting very wise to this. And I think that the brands and retailers are looking for a way to produce in this country. So I had to establish a network of pattern cutters and factories, trimming suppliers, fabric suppliers, which I did successfully in the last couple of months. And I'm really proud to say that even in the middle of this lockdown, I have produced my first 100 garments for a beautiful online brand to sell in this lockdown period. Personally, what do I look for in a product? I think originality is key. Good value. Value isn't always cheap. In fact, it rarely means cheap. And if I'm talking about an item of clothing, then I want to know that the designer's intention is coming through, that the designer has put the love into it, that says, I had you in mind when I designed this. So I would look for sustainably sourced, mindfully produced, and something that is going to last me and I'm going to treasure.